Hey everyone, welcome back to the bench for episode 2 of The Visitor from the movie Fire in the Sky. Lots of fun, as you can see from the intro picture. Did a lot of painting this last week with it, with the Visitor. Lots of texture, lots of painting, and I go into it in the video. The mask is now almost finished, as you will see in the video, and I was able to I printed my own base for the Visitor. And I'm not gonna, you'll see it in there, but I love having this printer, man. I love this resin printer. Just, it's great. But you'll see in the video. But again, lots of fun this week, lots of paint. And yeah, when I can put paint down, that's even better. So, with that, if you guys are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. You click on that bell, and every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. And a big thank you to all my subscribers, and I'm going to say it as many times as I can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It really means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. So, thank you. But if you are new to my channel, or you're not new, but you're going back through some other videos, if you see me doing something that I don't really go into well detail, please email me. Or you want me, you know, and then I can do a video, or I can do something on that. Or if you're having... like I said, if I just didn't go into anything well enough, please email me at bucktmore@gmail.com. Also, you can email me if you're wanting to get into lighting and stuff and all this, or you're just having frustration with the kit. Please email me. Let's talk. Let's get you back and getting that build finished. I love being able to do that. I really do. And as always, I love to read the comments. So if I did, you know, I love hearing, "Hey Buck, awesome job, man. That's really cool." But, okay, I mean, it didn't really take away or add. Hey, it worked. That's all that matters. It worked. Good job. And the dreaded, "Buck, seriously, man, what did you do? Why did you do that?" Please put it in the comment section, and I respond within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, I want to wish you all a very, very happy Easter. And let's get to the bench and see where the Visitor is. Not where the Visitor came from, but how the Visitor is looking. So let's get to the bench. Hey everyone, welcome back and getting back to work on the Visitor. Got some of the masking done, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the base coat of what I'm going to do for this guy. And for that, I'm going to be using, sorry guys. Nope, I'm going to go with the Vallejo Air Game Air 72771, and that is a Barbarian flesh. It's a really nice looking brown, because all the pictures and in the movie, I'm going to make this really, what I'm trying to create is a more actual biological, because from what I've seen and the clips and everything, this is us in an awkward point. This is a flesh and being person. I don't know what they call themselves, but so I want to create that very nice. I want to try to create that effect. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to start with my Beastie Brown, and what this is going to do is I'm going to get the base coat layer, because after that's done, then I'm going to go in and do some highlights with flat white. I'm going to add a little bit of the hex lichen that helps kind of create a little bit more of that blue and looking, kind of the veins going through. I'm also going to hit it with the red terracotta, especially to bring these guys out, because everything I've seen, these look really really good slight reddish to them. And like I said, the white's going to help do the highlights. So give me a second, let me get the brush loaded, and you don't want to hear and see me wait on that. So I'm going to get the brush loaded, then we'll start getting some paint done. Okay, I have it on a stand, and I'm going to, when I go to do the back, I'm going to stand it up, but I wanted you guys to be able to see what I start with. And basically, it's like any other thing I do painting, I'm not trying to cover it at all in the past. I just, like I said, I wanted to start going and letting things just kind of go where they need to. Like I said, this is just the base coat, and like I said, I'm not going to go real crazy with it. And so, like I said, that's what I'm starting to do, and then I'll turn this as I need to, so I can see different sides. I know, right? What the heck? But so again, all I'm doing, make sure I got air, and like I said, I'm not going to try to go this as the primary color. I want it to have that highlight effect. So, and when I get it all done, you'll see that. So once I get the primary color on, guys, well, hold on, let me do one more on the chest. As you can see, it's starting to get that beauty, and finish up right there. And again, you see how far my airbrush is away, right? You see, I don't have it up close and personal, as I call it. And for me, keeping it further away helps me get that life in the art that I'm working for. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna keep getting the visitor primary color on, and when I am finished, I will turn that camera back on so you guys can see. So I will return. Alright, so gonna get ready to start working on the mask. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and explain my thoughts so far. So painting the visitor, getting that base color on, it kind of made me start thinking about the mask. Now, one, I haven't found any reference in the movie yet. I'm still searching, but if not, it's still a cool part to this piece. So because of the way I've colored the visitor, it's a very flesh brown, darker reddish brown, but it's very humanoid, it's very organic. And if you paint this with a very high, the gray and just nothing but the black eyes, and the visitor's wearing the mask, I mean, it's like, okay, well, why is your mask gray and your body's brown? So that got me thinking, I'm going to make this almost, going to paint it almost same color as the visitor, because I want the mask to reflect, because if you have this gray mask with big black eyes and you have this reddish brown creature moving towards you, it's like, wait a second, why is the mask doing that? So that's what I'm going to do, and I still working on what I'm going to do with the eyes, but I want to go ahead and I'm going to paint this, what I'm going to do when I get the visitor finished, I'm going to give it a blending color of the red brown, the XF64 from T.B.I, but I want to go ahead and start getting the mask ready, and so that's where I'm going to go. So I hope you still join me on the ride, but yeah, it's going to be fun, and I just want it to look more a part of the character and that. So, because the funny thing is, in the movie and even we watching the trailers, they can breathe oxygen because they got the guy on their ship. They can breathe, so they can breathe oxygen. So that's why I'm kind of gonna go the way I'm gonna go. The mask is to be more of a bigger, intimidating face than you see the mouth and the eyes, and you can see that life aspect in the face. So that's what I'm gonna do with the mask. So with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on it, and I'll come back and share with you when it's getting there. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, the visitor is dry enough that I'm gonna start adding some shade details. So right now I've got I loaded in 72.772 red terracotta, Vallejo Game Air. Sorry, get back in there. And basically all I'm doing with that is I wanted to add, because when I saw the clips in the video again, the movie, I noticed certain areas were a lot of red. Like, I know. So what I'm doing with the terracotta is I'm just getting it in, some of the deeper areas. I'm not trying to cover all the pre-shading I did, but I wanted it to give it just help highlight it a little more. And basically that's all I'm doing. Do the head, the neck, and this is just going to help give some depth to it, a little bit more depth that I want. So, and basically that's it right now, guys. That's what I'm doing. So after I get the red painted, I got to let it dry. And then I'm going to go back in. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the hex yet, but I'm definitely going to go in and put some white in here too to give it some more highlights. So, but that's where I'm at right now, guys. So I'm going to get back to it. So when I have more to share, I'll definitely turn the camera back on for you. I'll see you soon. Well, welcome back to the bench, everyone. And yes, I've already done some dry brushing. I went and dry brushed in the Hex Lichen just to give that little bit more depth to it. And I'm getting started on the white highlights, as you can see. So basically what I'm doing, get these in camera for you. So I got my T.B.I XF2 flat white. I like the flat white. I got a nice bristle brush. It's soft. So that's important. So what I do is basically all I'm doing is tipping my brush in, cleaning it off, and then I am just wiping on the paper towel, dry brushing it. And then when you start to dry brush, always remember, light, light, touch. Because all I want to do is just start highlighting the areas a little more, like so. I'm not being aggressive, I'm not going crazy, because there's sometimes you can do too much, and so that's what I'm trying to avoid. So, but I'm just, I'm just going with my brush and just playing on it to help get some more texture to those areas. And I know a dang white paper towel and I'm dry brushing in white paint, right? Jeez. So then again, like I said, I go very light. I don't want it to be all that. I just want to give some of those highlights to the area that needs to be highlighted so it comes and can be seen. Now this can take a bit, and patience is definitely a good thing sometimes with this. So again, I just lightly dry brushing it on and trying to get a little bit of highlight into those areas, like I said. So, and then I'll do this real quick before I lay them back down. And if you get too much on there sometimes, it's okay too. What you can do is just pull it. If you get too much in one spot, just pull it. So you can do that. And then just start getting into the little areas like so. Just give it some nice highlight. And go from there. So while I'll do the sides here in a minute, but I thought I'd share this with you so you can actually see some of the paint rubbed off. Darn it. That's okay. I'll definitely have to clear coat this when it's ready. So again, I'm just going here and highlighting it, just like so. Not crazy, not over anxious, and that's okay. With what happened with the paint, that's okay, because it'll actually help. It'll create that little bit more light area. Now if it was a little bit bigger, yeah, I would definitely have to go back and try again, but no. So basically that's what I'm doing. So as I get this finished up, guys, with the highlighting, I will turn the camera back on and share with you. So I'm going to get back at it, so I'll see you soon. Okay, well, the highlighting, getting those highlights in is done. I'm letting it get really good and dry, but I wanted to share with you. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing with the visitor is I'm going to do a blending coat when it comes time. I'm going to probably wait till after lunch so this gets a good... Dry brushing doesn't take very long to dry. I just want to make sure it's good and set before I go in and get it blended. So with that, I think I'm going to go grab some lunch, and then I'll be back. So I'll see you guys soon. Alright, well, got done with a good lunch, and I wanted to share this with you. This is the base that I 3D printed off. Nothing very interesting about it. It's a flat base, and I'll drill holes and all that and make it pretty, but I wanted to show you. I have that Anycubic. Love that thing. Love that resin printer, 3D resin printer. So I just kind of share with you. One of the things I've learned, just for me, is when I'm doing these prints, I'll get it finished printed, and then I'll put the parts, whatever I need, and let it sit and soak pretty much overnight to get all the resin film off. And then for like a big piece like this, it was easier for me to pull them off before curing the piece, getting these here off, because sometimes I used to wash it and then I would cure it, and I'm trying to find something maybe I can share that with you on. Let me see. Not you. I'm trying to find this one specific part. Oh, here we go. So this is another thing I'm working on in printing, but for this guy, I was very careful. I was going in, like I said, I cured it, washed it and cured it, and I was trying to get this last piece off, and as gingerly as I could, and the whole thing just cracked, snapped. So I did some experimenting. I found that. But enough of that. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking my screwdriver, a very small screwdriver, and I'm just getting the last of them off. And yes, it can get messy. Lots and lots of mess. And sometimes I can just do that and get it to break easy. And then at this point, clean up my mess. And I'll go in and clean off the bits, get it sanded. Before I paint it or do any of that, I'm probably going to go ahead and get it measured for the holes where I want to put that. And then when that's done, the visitor, here, he's dry enough now, so I'll show you. So when I get him done, he'll stand like that, and then his name will be right in here. But not there yet. Getting close. But I got to do a little bit of prep work with the guy, so sorry, I'm just trying to put the visitor back so I don't drop him. And so yeah, so that's where I'm at. So let me get a couple things done here with this real quick, and then we'll get on doing the blending coat for the visitor. So I will return. Alright guys, well I'm going to get started on the blending coat, and I just decided to go ahead and use my Barbarian Flesh, my primary base color. And then basically with blending is I'm just trying to blend all the textures that I have together. And it can be fun. So I'm going to get started and share this with you guys, and then I'm not going to finish it with you guys, but I'm going to get started. So basically I have my airbrush. I keep it pretty far away. I don't want to put too much on at first, basically at first, really at first. Because when it blends, you don't want to miss that texture you've done. So when I start, like I said, I'm always pretty far away, just getting the blending started. And let me see what's going on there. Okay, no, nothing. It's okay. And then, like I said, and then what I'll do basically is I'll get this to dry, get it to a point to dry, and then I will come back and keep going. But as you can see, it's lovely. It looks great. So when I get it finished up, guys, I'll turn the camera back on and I'll share with you. Alright, well, the texturing's done, and yes, I've done some other painting. I'm starting to work on the eyes, but I thought I'd share this with you guys so you can see. I gotta fix that. That won't be hard. Actually, I don't know why it's... Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that arm again, but that's okay. But just like I wanted to share all that beautiful texturing and how it came out. I'm very, very excited with that. So I'm just gonna actually stand it up and let it dry, completely get dry. That way then I can come back and work on the arm and do what a little bit else I need to, but I gotta fix the arm. And the reason it cracked, you seen it crack a couple times, because there was much of a gap, so I have to be very careful. It won't take me long to fix it, but yeah, so sorry, getting the visitor stood up so he's not laying down and he can dry. And I will put this just in front of him just in case I need to. But yay, so excuse me, sorry, getting things kind of moved around here a little bit. So now I'll be getting work on the base, and do not worry, I still know I got the mask to do. So yay! I want to get a clear coat, seal it real quick before I do any more paint work. and I've definitely had to keep attaching these guys, but that's okay. And then, like I said, I'm gonna start working on the base, but I got to go get the print out, you know, the fire in the sky thing too. So, sorry, I need to get a drink. So, that's what I'll be working on for a while this the visitor gets drying. So, but I have gone down and I've already sanded it for the most part. It's not a bad base at all. I'm really gonna like it. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. So, let me go start getting the sign made up and get the base ready for some paint. So, all right. So I'll be back as soon as I can. Well, good morning and getting ever closer. I thought I'd share this with you first. I printed this off. Decided to do, you know, you saw the complete flat one, and then I think I was going to do a, you know, a sign, you know, but I forgot. I got a 3D printer. I can add things. So I added the name of the movie, Fire in the Sky, and now I'm working on the base because the visitor and his masks is drying from getting their clear coat, so I'm gonna let that go. And then I put the T.B.I putty here. It seems to work great for a lot of things, especially in small areas where the Bondo kind of, yeah, sometimes. But I'm gonna be sanding on it, at least on the back side, because this has got to dry for a bit more. And then, yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. The visitor's getting his clear coat, and then all I have left to do for the visitor is redo his eyes a little bit, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do to help give that where it looks like it's actually an eye, because if you look, you see in the kid, it's like, wow, there's nothing there. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. So I'm going to get back to this, but I wanted to turn the camera on and share with you guys. So here in a bit, we'll get the visitor back up here. So see you soon. Alright, got milk while I was at lunch, and as you can see, I've got more masking tape. This is vinyl masking tape. It's very light adhesive, and you remember, you guys see me with this one all the time, and that's sometimes that doesn't stick as well, but so I'm trying something new, so I will let you guys know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the airbrush loaded up, and I'm going to paint the eyes. As you see, I've got everything matched up, and I've got my masks on to create that eye effect, and I got everything cordoned off so I can do that. So I just wanted to share the tape that I got, the new tape that I got. I mean, there's a lot of good sizes. Look at that. And this is for pinstriping. When I was looking at it, this is for pinstriping on automobiles, so it should just be as good as models. So I'm loving it. And I got, like I said, I got a lot of sizes here, and so yay. So okay, well, tape's there. Let me get this painted up, and then I will turn the camera back on. Okay, while that's drying before I remove the mask, I thought I'd share. Well, I've gotten the visitor set ready for the base. Very simple. Remember those steel pieces I did? Oh, I might have to clean that hole out a little bit. But just like that. And speaking of that, let me clean that real quick. And yes, the visitor is clear coated, and I'm working on the eyes. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Sorry, just want to make sure everything goes good. So, and the way I marked my holes and got ready to do this is I figured out where I wanted it, and then I took the metal pieces on the bottom of his feet and marked it with some red paint, and then just pushed him down on the base. But there he is, and it's beautiful. So, alright, well, I'm going to keep working on the eyes, as you can see, and then when I get ready to put the last little bit for the eyes, I will turn the camera on, and when this is ready to unmask, I will turn the camera on. So I'm going to make sure Mr. Visitor here goes back into his nice, soft, lovely bed until I'm ready to put him on the base. So, alright guys, well, I'm going to get back at it. I just wanted to share that real quick with you, so I will return. Alright, let's see how this turned out. So, I'm going to just take off the vinyl masking first before I do anything. And one of the things, because this is new for me, this tape, it says low adhesive. I just want to also make sure when I peel it off that I'm doing it easy, even though it does say it's light adhesive and I have clear coated and protected the kit. I just want to make sure that I'm taking very careful taking these guys off. And with that being very careful means I got to watch where I put my tweezers too. I want to make sure that, there we go. Sweet. Okay, let's take you and take you off. Let's go ahead and maybe get you guys. There we go. And take you off. Then very carefully, maybe, I might have to come in here to do it. Okay, there we go. And maybe, sorry, my hands are kind of in the way, but yay, check that out. Okay, now here comes the fun part. Let's get these guys up, and again, like I said, being very careful. Sweet. That looks really cool. Look at that. That's cool. Let me zoom in and look. Okay, now let's get the last one. And yeah, and again, just very gently pull the mask off. Now, that vinyl I'm going to have to do a couple of touch-ups, but that is not bad. Look at that. And this worked really, really good. This is other vinyl that I have when I make other masks, but that looks really cool. I like that. Nice. Cool. All right, guys. Well, let me get some things cleaned up and around and see what we can get going on some more. So I will be back. All right. Well, this is where I'm going to end it for this week. And the mask has a little bit more to do, as you can see. Get you out of the way. Then the base, loving it. And the visitor is getting so close, so close. But now with the base, I can actually do this even easier and get them turned so I can share with you guys. So, not a bad week at all. Lots of paint, lots of fun. Alright, well, like I said, this is where I'm going to end it for this week. I want to wish you all, everyone, have a very, very happy Easter and a safe one. And have a great and safe work week next week. And I'll see you guys back here on the bench.